So welcome to topic 4. Topic 4 is a little different from every other topic in this class because in topic 4 we are going to work with just a single program. And each lesson we're going to add a little bit more to that program, save it, submit it, and then go on to the next step. So basically I'm going to see each step of your process as you go from the beginning to the end because you'll be submitting the same program with just a little bit more done each time. So we're going to start with writing our screenplay. It does not need to be long. My example is meant to be an exemplar, so if yours is not that long, that is fine. It does not need to be that complicated. So here's 4.00. You're going to write a little story. There is a video that explains to you how to write it in Google Docs, how to share it with me, and how to submit it with me. Keep it short. You can always add on, but you don't want to make like a 3-hour movie, right? You want your whole thing to probably be no more than 30 seconds, even that's kind of long. So think about how to keep it short. All right, so once you've written your story, your next step is to be making our own sprites. See this, making our own sprites? Drawing our story is 4.01. And I have gone ahead and I've shown you how I worked through mine step by step. So here is my 4.01. So in my 4.01, all I've done is drawn the backgrounds I need. Here's all the various backgrounds I need. And drawn each of the sprites I've needed. Now when you wrote your story, you listed out the different drawings you were going to need. So you should know what you need to draw. So you go ahead and you draw it. Then you save what you have. And you submit that to 4.01. So 4.01 will just contain a Scratch program. No code, no blocks being used, just pictures. If you want to import stuff from the internet, you're welcome to do that. But you have to draw at least one element so I can see you can use the paint program. All right, so you've got your drawing done. The next step is going to be setting the scene. So go ahead and read through the lesson. And basically here you're just going to set your different actors and your different props up so that they're ready to begin the first scene. And I have my setup right here. So by setup, the lesson's pretty clear, but you need to have each character, each actor, in the correct location with a go-to and wearing the correct costume for the beginning of scene 1, right? You don't want them wearing scene 2's outfit. They need to be ready for scene 1. If they're in scene 1, you should show them. If they're not in scene 1, you should hide them at this point. That's it. That's the whole 4.02, is just getting them ready to start. Save it, submit it to 4.02. Right, and then 4.03 has us actually animating our first scene. And there's some great stuff here in the lesson. Make sure you don't miss that. And then here we're just going to submit our very first scene. So here's my scene 1. Now at this point, my scene 1 is complete. Right? I already did all the drawing I need. I was already ready to start scene 1. So now I can just go ahead and animate that. And that has people coming into the room. They have them having a conversation. I do have some costume switches during the scene because some things happen during the scene. And when you're all done with scene 1, just scene 1, file, save, and then submit this to 4.03. That's all you need to submit for 4.03. And then 4.04 is called Scene Changes Through Broadcasting. This is a new concept. We've never looked at broadcasting before. It's a very powerful tool, especially when you have something as long as this. 30 seconds is a long time. Here is my scene change. So I've already got scene 1 completely done. I'm opening up my same project again. And now I have this when I receive ready for scene 2. Remember, you only need one broadcast. Everybody will receive that one broadcast. It's like you have an announcement over the loudspeaker. Everybody gets the announcement. Only one person needs to come onto the loudspeaker to tell you we're switching to scene 2. So when I receive ready for scene 2, everybody gets set up for scene 2. All the props are in the right place. The actors are in the correct places. They're wearing the correct outfits. Here, my vial needed to be sized down because it was too big. Everything's ready to go for scene 2, but scene 2 has not been created. So everybody has got this ready for scene 2 section, where they're ready to start scene 2, but the curtain hasn't come up yet. When that's done, save it, and then go ahead and submit 4.04 Wizards or Jerks, 4.04 Scene Chain by Broadcasting. And now you'll notice we are out of lessons, but there is one last thing you need to do, which is your completed play. So at this point, you did all of your drawing, you wrote your story, you did all of the drawing you needed to do, you set everybody up for the first scene, right? Put them in their starting positions. You animated the first scene, you set up the second scene. So the very last thing we need to do is complete the second scene and finish up our entire story. And I have gone ahead and done that with mine, right? And here is my second scene. The wizard lizard does a lot in the second scene, and the cat has quite a bit he does in the second scene. And when that's done, save it, submit it to your completed short play. So here you'll be saving, submitting steps, each step of your project you'll be submitting, and then you'll continue with the same project. And when you're at 4.06, you will have a complete story based on that story you wrote in 4.00. If you have any questions, let me know.